One game, ladies and gentlemen. That is all that stands between the Cohasset High School football team and the Division VI state finals. After being crowned South Sectional champions last week on Friday, the Skippers now head into their game on Saturday in Brockton at 6:30 for the state semifinals. The Skippers are fresh off a gritty 14-8 win over the Mohawks of Millis Hopedale in the South Sectional finals. In that game, quarterback Chris Haggerty, a senior, was magnificent. He went 14 for 19 for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. It was arguably his best performance the entire season, given that the Mohawk defense was so tough. Ryan Gillis got the scoring started off in the second quarter for the Skippers when he caught an 8-yard touchdown from Haggerty and reached pay dirt a few seconds after. That gave the Skippers a 6-0 lead heading into halftime and marked the 4th touchdown in the past 3 games for the senior fullback Gillis. In the third quarter, after a 45-yard run by Millis Hopedale senior star running back Chris All and a subsequent 2-point conversion, the Mohawks had an 8-6 lead, which they took with them heading into the final quarter of play. The back-and-forth battle continued, and Cohasset took its second and final lead of the game about halfway through the fourth quarter. A 30-yard pass from Chris Haggerty to Rocco Legel set up the Skippers in scoring position, and a couple plays later, Haggerty and Legel hooked up once again for a 1-yard touchdown, and they also hooked up on the next play for a 2-point conversion. That gave the Skippers a 14-8 lead, and the score stayed the same for the rest of the game. The MVP of the game was unquestionably Legel, who tallied an amazing 8 receptions for 91 yards and a receiving score, and also had an interception defensively. Now the Skippers will move on to the Division VI state semifinal, where they will face the St. Clement Anchormen, an 8-1 squad hailing from Medford, Massachusetts. St. Clement is a member of the Central Catholic Small League, and they just knocked off Boston Latin in the North Sectional Final by a score of 21-14. The Skippers will have to shut down the high-octane offense of the Anchormen, who are posting an impressive 37 points per game on the campaign. They are led by quarterback Mike Sullivan and his 2 dynamic receivers, Keneal Bruce and Junior Iraboni. Containing these 2 receiving threats will be a tall order for the Skippers' defense, but they only allowed 8 points to Millis Hopedale, and they've been playing with reckless abandon of late. Despite the fact that senior linebacker Danny Tangolini is expected to be sidelined once again with injury, be sure to look for junior linebacker Matt Ferrio, big number 44 in the middle, who has racked up 96 tackles on the campaign, which averages out to about 10 a game. Offensively, the Skippers should rely on their bell cow running back Cole Kissick, who looks to be fully healthy heading into the state semifinal and is toting an impressive stat line of 1,153 yards and 16 touchdowns on the campaign. Through the air, look for senior quarterback Chris Haggerty to continue throwing balls to his senior wideouts, Liam Burke, Rocco Legel, and Terrence Doonan, and he also should find his sophomore tight end Jack Donahue every once in a while as well. However, the matchup to watch in this one will definitely be in the trenches, as the Skippers' offensive line, led by South Shore League MVP, senior left tackle Mickey Berry, will look to conquer the St. Clement front, which is the biggest, heaviest line the Skippers have faced all season. It has been said that the St. Clement average weight across the front is 265 pounds, so the Skippers will definitely have their hands full. We hope that they continue to play well, as they have been recently. So there you go, folks. That is everything that you need to know about the Cohasset versus St. Clement matchup coming up. We hope everyone comes to see the Skippers in Brockton at 6:30 on Saturday as they vie for a trip to the D6 state title game. Coach Peter Fanisiv is looking for his first ever trip to said title game, and he says the boys are ready to work some of their magic. In an interview with William Wassersug of the Cohasset Mariner, Fanisiv stated, "The boys are focused and driven. Saturday night should make for some exciting football." For CSPN and 143 TV, I'm Matthew MacCormack.